Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. And guess who's back? Some of you were asking for her. Where is she? Have I secretly kidnapped her and hid her away? But no, it's not worth it. Like, I'm,
Wow.
I'm kidding. So yeah, today's topic is can the body positivity movement go towards body toxicity? And I think since this was Sharwari's idea, I would like her to introduce and take it forward. Over to you, Sharwari.
Before I start, I want everyone to know what exactly I'm talking about. We have these Gen Z terms being thrown at us, you should love your body, you should be positive about it. And while all of that is 100% true, I mean, you should never, not be friends with someone because their body type is a particular way, or not be associated with someone if their body type is a particular way, because that would be discriminating in terms of somebody on body type. That does make sense because you need to see, like, when you become friends with a person or associated with someone, you actually are going to see what type of person they are.
Okay.
So in this case, I would agree that what is inside does matter, because if you're a person with good character, good values, then the way you look does not matter. It really does not. But what I see nowadays, this might be through social media or TV or, everything in general. What is happening is that people have started, this is a typical Gen Z term. Have you heard of it? It's called romanticizing.
Yes, romanticizing is not
Right.
a Gen Z phrase.
It's not?
No.
I was
Pretty
mistaken.
sure it's found in classical literature as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I did not know. Because
Romanticism of war, for example, that was particular with Goebbels' propaganda.
That's
So,
great. So for
yeah.
once in your life,
Your
you know
generation
what I'm
did not
talking
come
about.
up with every single thing in the world. Like,
We are cooler than you
believe it
guys.
or not, earlier generations too had some worthwhile contributions to
Oh, so
society.
like the boomer you are? Okay, yeah,
Okay,
I see
great.
that.
Yes, I'm a boomer.
Anyways, enough Sharang bashing. So, coming back to the topic, you see this term being thrown out there a lot of times that, you should romanticize your life. You should romanticize the type of body you have. And while it is nice to embrace yourself or love yourself, I am a really big believer of self-love, because you have definitely the person you are is a mix of your values, your upbringing, and your personality. While some of that can be changed, some of that cannot be. And that is what makes you unique as a person. But what I see happening out there is, I will not name people, but I have a few people that I know that they, in my opinion, now this might be very, very controversial that I'm putting out. So, like, bear with me, guys. But they have body types that I would not deem healthy, in my opinion.
That they're fat is what you're trying to say in simple English.
Yes, that's
Okay.
right. They're fat.
Okay.
And the worst part here is that they're proud of being fat.
Okay.
That is a problem, in my opinion. And exactly this is where I hit the main topic. You should not be proud of being fat, because you should always aim to have a healthy lifestyle. So there's no such thing as, too thin or too fat are issues. You should always aim to be healthy. So if you're, let's say, a person is on the thinner side, but if they're not, passing out from anemia, or they have all their blood tests fine, or everything's going good, there's no need for them to, do these extensive diets and all of these things. Same goes for fat people. So they do not need to worry excessively about their health if they're healthy. And then what I said previously does make sense, that, you should look at what is on the inside. But I see these plus size people, and if they have that condition due to some, genetic issue, I feel really bad for them. And I would never, dictate how someone should live their life in such cases, because if you have a genetic disorder or something that cannot be managed, then it is hard, and then that becomes a different case altogether. So let me just put that out there. But I'm a firm believer that if you can change it and if you can aim towards a healthier lifestyle, then you should at least try. And that is what people get wrong nowadays. Myself working in healthcare. So, as our subscribers know, I work in a diabetes management startup. So, that's why you should think about this in the first place. So that is my opinion. What is yours?
Yeah, so I think this is one place where we do slightly, I would say, disagree.
Okay.
Because fundamentally, I'm a proponent of freedom
Hmm.
and free choice. So first things first, let me cover the areas where I do agree on. Yes, there definitely is an optimal body weight. And yes, if you are too thin, you're on the anemic side, you are unhealthy, and that's not good for you long term. And similarly, if you're overweight, and in our modern world, because no one is starving to death or whatever, uh, like obesity, believe it or not, is a bigger crisis than food hunger or number of people starving to death. Uh, Beyond a certain point, if you are carrying more than the weight that your body is accustomed to, it is bad for your joints, it is bad for your cardiovascular system. It's there's no denying that being overweight is bad for your body and leads to negative long-term health outcomes, meaning that you will die sooner. That's one part of the argument. Having said that, the other part of the argument is what should people do about it? Because in this life, I see a lot of people doing a lot of really risky activities. One of my favorite sports to watch is mixed martial arts, MMA. In that, people are taking their shirts off, getting into a fight, and it's a brutal fight. They're getting punched in the face, they're getting kicked in the head, they're getting their limbs snapped, literally, they're getting their joints locked off, they're getting their knees blown apart. It is a very violent sport. Another sport, or call it a sport, whatever, I watched was when Alex Honnold, he's a mountain climber, he climbed this peak called El Capitan, and he basically climbed a mountain without a rope. Now, both of these activities arguably are way more dangerous than eating 10 McDonald's burgers or whatever, you know. So I would support the right of these individuals to undertake these risky behaviors, because fundamentally it is your life. So if you want to live a risky life, if you want to have what is undoubtedly an unhealthy relationship to food, then it's your life, and you're welcome to gorge yourself or starve yourself. My problem is where it begins to run into reality. So then a lot of these fat influencers will say, yeah, actually fat people are healthy, actually being overweight, there's no issues with that. That's just not true. That's scientifically demonstrably not true. Your heart is a mechanical aortic pump. It has its own carrying capacity, as does the rest of your body. It's optimized for a certain weight. Beyond that, it is thermodynamically, biomechanistically not feasible. Uh, so yeah, like, don't be unscientific, but otherwise, yeah, go live your life. Be a fat jolly Santa, or be a stick thin guy, or just be a normal person. Like, I guess to each his own, as long as they don't deny 2 + 2 = 4. Over to you, Sharvari.
Okay, that's actually like, I think we have a big difference of opinion here, but I like the way that you put your opinion out there.
Yeah.
So like, I think our viewers got both sides
Yeah.
of what we are exactly trying to say.
Yeah.
So I guess like what I wanted to say was what I said before, that since I work in metabolic health, I feel concerned about people, like as a society in general, because if you see the statistics of metabolic health like disorders, increasing diabetes, then you have cardiovascular disease, you have arthritis, and PCOD is something that is really out there in you.
Arthritis, I don't know if it's linked to obesity. Like, I'm not sure.
No, I'm saying in general.
Okay.
Yeah, not like linked to obesity,
Right.
but like in general, but you see that on the rise. So I am of the opinion, if you want to live a great life post 50s, then you should really take care of your health now. And that, of course, we will not preach anything, because to each is to his own. So I would recommend not trying some internet stuff that you don't know, but definitely schedule an appointment with your healthcare provider and do that, because that will definitely help you in the long run. That would be my opinion. So yeah,
I think this was a good place, and
Yeah.
the dialogue is Greek for dias logos, which means of two minds. So yeah, I think this was a good perspective. Let us know in the comments whose opinion
think.
you agree with, or what are your unique takes on the matter. And I think this is a good place to end the video.
Exactly, and I would really encourage everyone to comment, because we really want to know your views, and we want to see, what is out there, what people are thinking in the world. Do you guys think like us? Do you have something else to put on the table?
Yeah.
So we'd love to know that.
और मेरे जो भी हिंदी और उर्दू के दर्शक हैं, उनके लिए भी मेरा पैगाम होगा कि I apologize for my improper Hindi and Urdu, but yeah, sure, suggest topics in Hindi and Urdu as well.
Definitely.
And I think like, share, and subscribe, guys.
Thank you, guys.